So, good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again, and we are going to get through the game at the weekend, talk about Edward Nketiah. Obviously, not going to Forest, but now Palace have apparently bid for him. Amazing how many massive football clubs are looking at Eddie Nketiah, and the rest of our fixed bench that we're trying to get rid of. And obviously, Mikel Merino's still not been announced yet. And what else we need to do by Friday evening, because we're a million miles away from where I think we need to be to overtake City. But listen, smash the likes up. Make sure you are sub to the channel. I'll have all the links in the chat in a bit for the lads. But how are you, Jez? How's your Monday, mate?
Good, mate? I'm good. Yeah, another 3 points at the weekend. Not a convincing win, but I'll take it. You know, a win at Villa Park, never an easy option. Yeah, it's been a good weekend. Thoroughly enjoyed the weekend. Weather hasn't been great, but hey, you know, that's August bank holiday weekend, isn't it? Yeah, the Nketiah story rolls on and rolls on and rolls on and rolls on. And I think it's an absolute shit show, but I'm sure we're going to talk about it. So, yeah, I'll leave it there for now.
Matty, I'm sure the weather for you was better. How was your weekend? How are you, mate?
Oh, you saw it, brother. I was kicked back on the beaches of Destin, Florida, man. Nice white sand, nice breeze, beautiful woman. It was a great weekend, man. Wonderful. Back, it is the deadline week here. We are here officially. The window closes Friday, and we're gonna find out what's going on here. We're gonna find out what's going on, who's moving, who's staying. So, Edu, as far as I'm concerned, has a lot of work to get done in the next couple of days. So, we'll see where we are. But glad to be here, brother. Glad to get a win. 3 points in the bag early against Villa is always good. Not a wonderful display, but like I said, we'll get into it.
Yeah, and Kenny, how are you, mate? How's your weekend been?
Weekend's been all right. It's been good. You know, there's been a lot of football. You know, I've been running. You know, keep myself fit. I cooked, you know, like gel fries and some jerk chicken for the family. I ate most of it, of course. Fran Mulvaney, you want Lee's thoughts on Oasis? Well, I'm going to answer for Lee, and I'm going to say the only reason why you're getting these shows where tickets are going out tomorrow is because Noel needs the money. Going for another divorce. And that's why then he said never, never, ever. But as you know, Noel isn't from the ends anymore. He's more gentrified, going to live in the country. And Liam's always wanted to do it. That's the thoughts on Oasis. Is their music great? Is it standing the test of time?
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I know what you're going to say. No.
I would say it was Britpop in the 90s. I was a fan of both of them, Blur and Oasis. But I have to admit, I did like Liam Gallagher. So Lee, got you there. You want to be. But anyway, back to the football. It was a very hard-fought game. Both teams showed each other in the first half so much respect. So much respect. You know, they were more scared of us than we were of them. And when the game opened up, when we tried to win the game, that's when he let us back in the game. But as I said before off air, too many myths. The myth of our midfield players being like Man and Max, no, they weren't. They struggled and they got bodied by Rodgers. And the Martinelli conundrum is just getting like more of a debate as it shouldn't be. The fact is, a lot of fans rate Martinelli. I don't, and I'm beginning to see now why Mikel wanted to replace him 18 months ago. Because I say it 1,000 times. There's better in the Martinelli. I don't know why you guys have got this Martinelli fetish. I don't know. Maybe I'll find out in the comments right now. What's the fuss about Martinelli? That's what this show should be titled. Martinelli, what's the fuss?
We're getting to all of that. Also, Sven-Goran Eriksson passed away today.
Yeah.
Sad times.
Yeah.
Sad times. And he's been battling cancer, I think it was, wasn't it? Was it cancer?
Brain cancer. Yeah.
Sad, man. But yeah, RIP to him. Big up to everyone in the chat. But yeah, we'll start with the game before we get into transfer news. What I saw right there was exactly the same as what I've seen last season. Can't put any chances away. Well, sorry, I'll rephrase that. Not creating many chances, and defensively pretty decent at times. However, that game showed me that we're nowhere near, which we weren't last year. The points tally last year was good. The goals were good. But Man City, every City fan I've spoken to said that they're better this year than they were last year. And they didn't think last year that they would necessarily win the league. They thought we would. Whereas this year, every City fan I've spoken to said, no, we're winning 5 in a row. Yeah. And they're not normally cocky. But what I see in that game, was players that were just doing the same as last season. Gabriel has been our best defender since the Qatar World Cup ended. But we went back to Bozo Gabriel. Maybe that's because Timber was next to him instead of Zinchenko. I don't know. Because he's been brilliant for the last 18 months. Saliba, a couple of fist pumps at the end ain't conning me. He was out of position for Watkins' effort in the first half. He was out of position multiple times in that game. But a few fist pumps has got everyone on side. Thomas Partey got run ragged, but apparently because he scored a goal, that forgives everything. Declan Rice is Declan Rice. Has he gone up a level since he played at West Ham? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? So. And Martinelli was shit last season, and he started this season off shit. Martin Odegaard's one of the most frustrating footballers in the team, if not in the Prem. Skips around at 100 mile an hour with this little stuttery style, running around in circles and crossing the ball straight to goalkeepers. All in all, I ain't seen nothing that's made me think we're gonna do it this season. Don't know about you guys. Don't know about you lot, but not for me.
I just think that I found that game very frustrating, guys. We knew we had to get a result. I knew it was going to be a tough game. The only thing I was impressed by was the fact that Arteta maybe has learnt a lesson. He didn't start Zinchenko, he put Timber there. Timber, he did a job. I wouldn't say he absolutely ripped up trees, but I was happy to see him rather than Zinchenko. But there's a few players there that I've said last season that they seem to have gone backwards. Martinelli, for me, mate, I don't know what's gone on with him. Maybe he's not playing as well last season as he did the season before, because the season before he had Tierney overlapping him. I don't know. That's a possibility. But Odegaard, he is so frustrated. He's so annoying. He can be very good and he can be very crap. And I have to say, sorry, the other day he was pretty crap. Partey seems to have gone backwards, in my opinion. Yes, nice goal. But that only highlights the fact that you should be doing better, fella. Odegaard blazing the ball 20 yards over the bar. I think that ball's still travelling and that was from 8 yards out. So I don't get that at all. We got lucky against Villa. They really should have gone 1-0 up. We got away with it. I'll take it. Sometimes you have to win dirty. But no, there's nothing's changed. Nothing has changed. And you look at our bench now. It's weaker now than it was this time last year. I mean, I'm not giving any credence to Vieira, but he's gone off back to Porto. So that's a player gone. Right. So who's we going to bring in on the bench to replace him? Okay, yes, we can bring in the kids. Will we play them? Probably not. So it's a dangerous game we're playing here. Window shuts 11 o'clock Friday night. Yep. And we still haven't got the killer striker that we need, and I don't think we will get one. Havertz, I thought, was bloody awful on the weekend, kept disappearing. I wasn't impressed with him. And, I last season did hold a torch a little bit for him to say there is a player there, and he did step up a bit. But a whole debacle, guys, about the Nketiah thing. I mean, we're going to talk about that, I know, later on. But, no, I'm not impressed, guys. And we got Brighton at home this Saturday, at midday. We know they can be dangerous, right? We've had it and seen it and done it. So, sorry, Man City look absolute killers at the moment from what I've seen. And, I wouldn't be at all surprised if they go 5 in a row. And, well, we're going to be stuck with this manager because, by all accounts, he's going to get a new contract. God knows why. But, yeah, I'm not overly convinced about this.
No, totally agree. That bench at the weekend, by the way, look at the state of it. Reece Nelson's not going to be here. Calafiori defender. Trossard scored with his first touch. Ramsdale don't want to be here. Eddie Nketiah don't want to be here. Jacob Kivior shit and don't want to be here. And we don't want him either. Zinchenko can't defend. Jorginho's bang average now. And Nwari ain't getting any minutes this season. Where the fuck have we fixed this bench? And Jesus is injured. Tommy Asu's injured. Tierney's injured. Am I missing anyone else? I think that's it. How are we beating Man City? It's embarrassing, mate. But what do you guys make of it, Kenny, Matty?
Well, for me, I'm going to make it real simple and real easy for everybody. Had this man played Trossard when he bought him, we'd be champions. We would be champions. What you saw again was another case of Trossard bailing him out. Y'all saw the celebration. That was the best Trossard celebration I've ever seen. Right? that summed up. Brother, why don't you play me sometimes, man? This man came in and was on fire when we signed him. This manager did not play him. We ultimately lost the title. Last year, in and out. This year, in and out already. He played him all the preseason. Season starts, he's coming off the bench again. This manager, his same problems are starting to show up early this season. Man management. He does not know how to assess his players properly. And I told y'all 2 years ago, I said, everybody who is celebrating the second place finish, the 93% year, I told y'all, I said, you're going to come back 2 years or for a year from now, and y'all going to look back on this as a complete, total missed opportunity. And here we are. Lee just put the graphic up. Half of those players are either leaving or on their way out or going to be out at some point in the next year or two. Where are the quality players? Y'all sat here. I told you I'm coming. Lee, I told y'all I'm coming for them this year. They sat right there when we were in the Europa League. Y'all said we was going to get world-class players when we get in the Champions League. We've been in Champions League 2 years running. Where are these players at that y'all told us to shut up, stop complaining, and stop whining? Where are they at? Where are these players at? Because y'all told me that those players were going to arrive. They were supposed to be here. Y'all out here celebrating this Nketiah thing like we done something. Brother, he's got a lot of work to get done by Friday night. We need about 7 players based off of what I'm looking at right here. We need about 7 capable players if we plan on doing anything this year. That's if we plan on doing anything. That display this past weekend summed up last season, the season before that, and the season before that. And you can go all the way back down to the 5th place season. That's what we look like on Saturday. Running around like chickens with our heads cut off. One player, that young man, Rodriguez, that one man caused chaos all over the pitch. Where did we see that at, gentlemen? We saw that at Porto, Conceição. We saw the same thing. One player.
We see it at Bayern.
Any player that's a breakout player for another team exposes everything that's weak within our team. So if we play Brighton this week and they've got somebody that can exploit, guess what's going to happen? It's going to be more of the same. We have been conditioned to play a certain way under this manager, and it's the most robotic way of football I've ever seen. It's if you can't do anything, just pass the ball back, sideways, back, sideways, back, sideways. But if you lose possession, then that's it, because there's 2 or 3 passes and you're done. Everybody sat right here. I told you I'm going to start cleaning up, folks. Kenny, I'm going to start. Watch this, not watch this. You don't like this. They sat right here last season. They told me, they told you, they told Jess, they told Lee. What do these guys know, man? Ramsdale should be in goal. Well, you find out Saturday why he ain't in goal. You saw it. You saw what happened on Saturday. Y'all saw what happened. If it weren't for him, we lose that game. We probably lose that game Saturday. This man came in and bailed us out again. This is another one. Now, is he markets? Is he super better than Ramsdale? Not really, but he can do the basics. Whereas Ramsdale would have did something crazy. He probably would have got scored on. More than likely, he probably would have got scored on. This is what I'm saying, y'all. This team, we're just winging it. And we've been winging it since last season. And our fan base gets so excited over the most basic stuff that they can't see, that we don't even have the basics covered. That we really don't even have the basics covered. Martinelli, he's still running with his head down. Head down the entire game. He ran with his head down. He's been running with his head down since Arteta took this team over.
Running the ball out of play for goal kicks. Do you know what's funny? On the build-ups to the game, I was on the watch-along. We were talking about these dead wingers because I was watching the back end of the City game while I was live. And I said, that Doku just runs around like a crackhead. I said, look at the difference on the opposite side. They've got somebody who's got a bit more IQ about him and can control the ball better. Yeah, he's comfy. I said, how many times do we actually see this in the Premier League? Players just running the ball out of play for a goal kick. Yeah, and the first time Martinelli got the ball in that game, he ran it out for a goal kick.
For a goal kick, yeah. It's been like that. It's been like that all for the last several years up on the hill. And like I said, this is why I be telling people about the manager. I'm like, well, if the manager is supposed to be this world-class manager that everybody's supposed to be seeking him out, you got folks telling people, oh, he's one of the most sought-after managers in Europe. Okay, so why can't his players reflect his ability to be able to impart some form of knowledge to make them better? There's none there. There's none there. And then y'all are telling me now this morning they were around talking about Lookman, this Lookman guy. And I keep saying, look, man, ain't nobody coming to this team. Ain't nobody coming to this team. What you saw Saturday is what we rolling with for the rest of the year. Now, I'll be surprised, and I'll be the first one to apologize if we sign a striker. But based off of what I'm seeing as we get closer and closer to this window, it ain't happening, bro. Because that Nketiah deal is got to pay, got to get some money sorted out right here for quote unquote PSR. So no, don't get your hopes up, man. We've got a lot of work to get done, and we're getting ready to go on a break. And y'all know how we are on these international breaks, which I hate, by the way, which I don't even understand why we have an international break and the season just started. But we got an international break, and then as soon as we come off of that, after we get through it, Brighton, and go on that break, guess who we playing when we get back?
Spursy.
North London United. That's who we playing.
Yeah, it's true. It's true, man. If we're one injury away from being fucked. We've got no Odegaard cover. We've got no Saka cover. We haven't got a competent centre-back if either of our centre-backs get injured, because Tomiyasu's injured, so we can't put him there. Ben White's no good at centre-back, which is why he's playing right-back. And Nketiah is shit. It's what we're going to then put Declan Rice at centre-back. Is that what we're doing? Like, what did you make of it all, Kenny?
I said, obviously, I'm going to get the Martinelli, but, J Real 1M came out with a very interesting point. He says, Curtis Shaw said Saliba's the best defender Arsenal ever had. Do you agree, guys? No. Don't agree.
Absolutely not.
It's not. It's it's obviously stating the obvious. I've seen Tony Adams as a defender. I've also seen Sol Campbell as a defender. And Saliba's not on their level. Not on their level. Not a chance. All right, Tony didn't have the pace, but he was a great organizer, could read a game, and he knew when he made his decisions. Said, right, I don't think you should say that, but I'm just talking about, if he did say that, I don't agree with it. But the reason why I put it out is because there's the reason why I mention it is that when I saw the bits of Saliba in that game, if we want to analyse the game properly, everyone looks at the situation when we're already winning a game, where Ramsey goes through and Saliba catches up with his pace. That's very good. There are other aspects that we didn't analyse, was the chance that went that fell to Ollie Watkins, where he put it wide. Only he knows why he missed that chance. A lot of that was down to Saliba's positioning. And there are other aspects of his game as well against Wolves, where I think, you know what, there's still a long, long way to go for him to be up there at that level, where people say he's better than Van Dijk. I think he's going to get close to Van Dijk, but when I look at his, I think Curtis is being sarcastic as well.
I haven't seen it, so I don't even know if he said it.
But what it was, I'm not talking about Curtis' comment, but I think the Saliba thing's very important, because as football fans and as Arsenal fans, if we look at our defence in the last couple of years, our actual better defender has been Gabriel, and 9 out of 10 times Gabriel has been the one who actually bailed him out at times. And even sometimes, the Declan Rice is bailing out a bit because there's still a little rawness to his game. It wasn't, an accident that Deschamps preferred Kanate before, obviously he started games in the Euros, and I thought he did really, really well. But there's still a lot to his game that I do have concerns with. Again, talking about the Martinelli, this has to be discussed now. It has to be discussed. I need someone to tell me, all right, what is the fuss about this guy? Why are we protecting this guy? He is dropping the ball time after time after time and again. Surely he would have not. It would have been like a wake-up call to him that his manager was aggressively trying to sign Mudryk in his position. Now, you guys will always say, "Oh, Mudryk. Oh, you look how it went to Chelsea." That's not the point, all right? Now, if you guys, may had a crystal ball and that, you knew before we signed Mudryk, we were going to try and sign Mudryk, that he was going to work out for him at Chelsea. But Chelsea's a team for the chaos. Everything about Chelsea is chaotic. There was always chaos at Chelsea, even when Abramovich was there, but they won things because they had some leaders. Now, there's chaos, they don't win anything. The fact is, the manager is clearly dissatisfied with what Martinelli has to offer. And the only reason why him and Martinelli is getting a nod over Trossard is his pace. Apart from that, that's what gets him on. His productivity's gone down. Defenders are working him out. He is basically not being allowed to cut in. So he's 9 out of 10 times he's having to run the ball out of play. He got bodied by Cash before Cash got his injured, and then the Serbian youngster, ruined him. Absolutely ruined him. And it is to the end that Trossard at the play. And that's the thing. Trossard's the more superior footballer in terms of the impact, the goal threat, and a genuine ball play. That's a fact. But the reason why Trossard doesn't get games is because two things. Obviously, it's his lack of pace, where I do think that's up in debate. Let's not forget his goal against Brighton, where he showed a flash of pace there. But I think another thing as well is because there's this mindset he's better off coming to the bench. A few fans do say that they don't want Trossard to start because he's better coming to the bench. They look at the last season when he started a few games where he dropped the ball. But after they came out from Dubai, he clearly was the more superior player.
Yeah, but Kenny, they give Martinelli a pass when he fucking stinks it out in the first half.
When
it's Trossard, they don't. They're on his case and he gets hooked off. So why can't we do that with Martinelli at the weekend?
Yeah, but everyone says that Martinelli misses Xhaka and then that triumph of Zinchenko and Xhaka and obviously you had.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They've always got an excuse for their favourites.
But that's fair enough. But surely you've got to have other depths to your game where you can't rely on those three players to be in a team, like Xhaka, Zinchenko, and Jesus. Surely there's got to be other aspects to your game, and that is the situation. I do think if we don't sort out that position, left back and right and left forward, I think that we're going to feel short again. Because I tell you now, Timber isn't the answer at left back. No way. Don't get me wrong. He's going to do a more competent job than Zinchenko defensively. But for what the manager wants, the inverted role, he can't do that. He's not going to, enable us to dominate games. So you've still got a situation where he's got to look for that, sort of perfect, left fullback who could defend and invert. Timber's not the answer. Timber's more the answer to Benjamin White's side of the van. But Benjamin White has got a shirt and he's got the nine tenths of the law on that shirt. And rightly so at the moment. But that shirt is up for grabs. But that's the situation. Man City have responded to the fact they didn't win a treble last year, and they've responded to our challenge. Hence the fact they're looking really good. They've replaced Morris properly now, and they got Godwin back, who they just want some sort of experience. So if anything happens to De Bruyne, they can't just rely on Phil Foden. They got Godwin back as well. So they're looking stronger and stronger and stronger. And that's why there's no margin for error. Hence the fact that I share your concerns about the squad. You know, we do need a striker. You know, we need to get Eddie out. Ramsdale as well. You know, Garcia's waiting. Well, I think Garcia probably could push Raya more than Ramsdale.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Maybe not, but at least it's what the manager wants. At least he thinks he can trust him.
Yeah, but the problem we've got, Kenny, sorry to cut you off here. The manager's had everything he's wanted for 5 years, and we ain't won apart from the FA Cup.
Yeah, but the thing about a manager,
he wanted Ramsdale. He got Ramsdale.
Yeah, but
then he wanted him to sign a new contract. He signed a new contract. Now he wants him gone.
Yeah, but that's the thing about a manager. Our manager is just we're as much as we're his biggest critics, and we're always going to be. He thinks like us. He clearly, like us, thinks the side isn't ready, isn't a finished article. He clearly has the same concerns over Martinelli that we do. He clearly thinks, hang on here, this ain't good enough to beat Pep. This is good enough to compete with him, but can't good enough to beat Pep. So when people slag us off, we're only following what the manager is saying. We still need that striker. Erling Haaland. All right, it's Ipswich. Doesn't matter if it's Ipswich. He still managed to put the ball in the net and score an hat-trick. He scored 4 goals in 2 games. Now, you know, the next game next week, their next game is against West Ham at the London Stadium. You and I know City are going to smash them. And
last season, he should have scored 5 in that game, and I think he scored 1 in the end.
And that's the thing. He's still going to make the difference this coming season, and that's where Arsenal fans, the only thing they can rely on is if City gets dot points. Because right now, we've got the experience. You know, we're a very, very good side, but we're gonna basically say, you know what, it's not happening now, because City are always gonna have that little bit extra, and that's gonna be down to the manager. The reason why I say it's down to the manager, you need to roll your sleeves up and put your finger out, because you're part of that board, and you need to demand and say, look, I need A, B, and C if I want to overhaul City and win trophies, because right now he can't be satisfied with his squad. He can't be satisfied with the backup players, because again, that bench is going to be his Achilles heel. Yep. For all our experience, we're still thin.
Mate, that bench is disgusting. This is the fixed bench that these top gooners have told us, lads. Yeah, it's the fixed bench, and now all of them are surplus to requirements, pretty much.
Lee, they told us, they said, why don't y'all be patient with Fabio? Give him time. Where's Fabio? Right back where we bought him from. Yeah. Right back. We paid for that. And now, yeah. Look at the money. This is why I keep telling y'all, I'm not going to go stone crazy on the Caucus, because they've given him money. Lee, I told you just the other day, I said, it's just like if you gave your children money to go to the arcade. You say, hey, I'm going to give you 20 quid or whatever it is. You go to the arcade and you enjoy yourself. And then they spend all the money, then come back to you and say, hey, but I want some, can I get a few more dollars, some more on my allowance? Brother, I've given you the money. You've had the money. Look at what you've done with it. We're seeing shining examples of what we've done with our money, with these players like Fabio, Kivior. And we could have brought in quality players for the money that we paid out on those players. And nobody's saying that. Nobody's having that discussion.
Right, check this out, yeah? All right, smash these likes up as well, and the lads' links are pinned. This goes on for about a minute. I'm going to go and empty that bucket of water that's leaking still out of my aircon. But this was Fabio Vieira's debut start for Arsenal, and this was on my fan cam immediately after that game ended. Yeah, this was 2 years ago. And somebody posted it out, quoting Fabrizio Romano, saying he's going back to Porto on loan. League on after Vieira's first start for Arsenal in 2022.
Classic Lee, that boy.
Hold on, you weirdos. I thought you'd watched him for months the way you're banging on about how good he is. What are you talking about? He came on at Old Trafford, gave the ball straight to Bruno, bang, Rashford scored. Oh, but it was a nice little 20-minute cameo. Really? Well, he had about a 70-minute disaster class tonight, mate. Loan, get out, 34 million, bye-bye, I've seen enough. Not good enough. Not good enough. Against that lot. Man's getting bullied. Now imagine him against proper players in the Premier League. But don't worry, I'm negative. I'm not allowed to say that because you have to go with the flow. The super fans that were doing tactical breakdowns and diagrams and putting things. Oh my God, Fabio Vieira, what a player! You absolute wet wipes. I like all around the world, showing us how great Fabio Vieira was in an under-21s game. Okay, cool, well done. Nobody cares. He was shocking. And when I say shocking, I mean, literally, if I was to mark the guy out of 10, he is getting a 2 because he puts his shirt on the right way round in each half. Absolute clueless. Anyway, let's move on to somebody. Yeah, that was on his debut start for Arsenal Football Club. Yeah, 2 years later, after they've conned their selfies Bernardo Silva, we've now loaned him back to the club we got him from. So that's 3 out of 5 years of his contract gone by the time he comes back. Now he's into the last 2 years. Now he holds all the cards, doesn't he?
You know what? You know why he's been at a club this long? It's down to Mikel. Mikel personally went for this player. Mikel's got rated this player so highly. But I'm sorry, if you rated a player that highly, you had it's on you. The reason why I say it's on you is because if you rated this player so highly, you spent so much money on him, someone you didn't consider to be a backup, and then he's become a backup, you got to take some responsibility for that. You should have found a way where you should have, tried him in certain positions. You had him as a player who could who deputises for Odegaard. All right, Odegaard play every game. You didn't try him in a 6, and then you try him in a Saka position, but he hasn't got Saka's pace or goal threat. So the reason why you didn't tap out, and it's only now you tapped out, is because simple reason is that it's a player that you have a lot of time for, but you can't fit into your side, and that's on us again. That's another bad boy, which is squarely on the manager, because he was a player that we basically, when he came to the football club, we were sold that he's going to be this, he's going to be that. He's going to solve a lot of problems, and he's one of the best talents to come out of Portugal.
Yeah, but that's only that wasn't the club that told us that. Yeah,
yeah, no.
Although it was the fan base that told us that.
Yeah, I know it's a fact, but the fan base, yeah, but the fact is, this is a player that I don't remember seeing in Portugal squad at Euro 2024.
He played about 20 odd games or 20 odd starts for Porto before we signed him for 35 mil.
And that's the thing. Sometimes you've got to do. The manager has to do his research a lot better, because you spent £35 million on a player who was nowhere near getting a game in your team. That's bad management. That's bad management, because let's face it, we still got a void in that kind of midfield. We still look at our midfield and see it's still imbalanced. And a player that we felt that could have had a bit of balance, should be fighting for his place, has become a backup. He can't even get a game, and that's a sad state of affairs.
Yeah, but Kenny, they've done this with Aaron Ramsdale. They've done it with Ramsdale. This fan base all sat there and said no when we were linked to him. Yeah, the majority said no, we don't want him. He's been relegated twice. Blah blah blah. Then when it was done, yeah, they were all sucking him off because his old man takes pictures with him. Yeah, now fast forward 2 years later, after I stuck to the fact that he's shit. Yeah, and I stuck to that. Yeah, now guess what? We're going to get rid of him as well by the end of this window. That's two players that I've called right straight away.
Yeah, but that's the thing, Lee. That is the mentality. If you look at where we got to get to actually overhaul City and start winning, start dominating, winning trophies. Still a long way to go.
We don't want to do that, Kenny. That's the point. We don't want to do that. Yeah, they've spent enough money to keep us top 4 for 4 years.
And 100%. But that's the thing. The fans know that we're close to winning the league. The way Carragher and all the other people like Shearer, the girl Sue Smith, Neville, always say that they think Arsenal going to win the league. They think the mentality's changed. It hasn't. We've still got a top 4 mentality. Not some, especially with the kind of money the players we're going for. These are players that are going to help you get in the top 4. But if you want to win big trophies, you're going to need big players who are actually going to push for places. As I said before, I don't want to hear someone who's coming to be a backup for Saka. I want someone who's going to change Saka for his place, which means Saka either elevates his poor performances, or if he's not playing well, someone takes his place. I want the same sort of challenge for Saka as there is for Martinelli. I want the same thing for our centre backs. I want it all over the park. And at the moment, don't get me wrong, we're a good team, but that team at the moment is only good enough to finish second, which is a shame, but that's how I feel. However, third-year experience, we know what's required. The fact is that I do think that our style of play has to improve. Our style of play has to be the style of play that we employed 2 years ago, where we play with attacking endeavour. We know we're good defensively. We know we're good off the ball. But sometimes when I look at it, I still see us grinding results, even at home. And I'm thinking that style of play ain't going to help you win the league. I would prefer our style of play that we employed after Dubai, where we were beating teams 5 or 6-0. I think that's the way to go if we're going to win this league. But for some reason, we're not playing that football.
I'm going to grab these super chats real quick, and then I'll get you jumping, guys. Smash these likes up. There's 900 people in here. We're not even on 250 likes. Disgracia, guys. Big up to Luke. Says Arteta said in his post-match interview that we are short of players. So what have they been doing for 2 months to rectify this? Absolutely nothing. Do you know what I mean? Bro, the window shuts on Friday. It opened on the 14th of June. We've signed one player officially announced as it stands. And Marino, well, that ain't been announced yet. So let's assume it's 2. 2 players. We've only got rid of 3.
We bought a under-21 goalkeeper as well from Ajax, didn't we?
Yeah, who's never going to kick a ball
and we
in
showed
the first team.
And we showed up for the what was that? £50,000. What was it they wanted for the player? We showed up with
Wolves goalkeeper, 50 M's, and they wanted $1 million.
Yeah. Oh man, you can't make
They
it
want
up.
1 million, and we rock up with 50 grand. Are they like, is that the deposit to secure it and you're coming back next week with the rest?
Yeah.
Security
deposit. Yeah.
They're taking the fucking
Lee, hold it. Don't sell it. I'm coming back to buy it.
Yeah, I want to keep that there. Take that off the market now. Take that off the market. Nobody else can have it.
Lee, 50 grand is enough to buy you a studio flat. Not buy, you know what I mean? Enough to buy a studio flat.
It'll get your used car over here.
Yeah. Mad. Big up Semelon, bro. Question: why does Arteta need pace on the wing when he plays robotic horseshoe football where pace does nothing for you? Makes no sense. Totally agree. Totally agree, bruv. Yeah. Totally agree. Yeah, Martin Odegaard slows our attacks down every time, so I don't know why we need pace. It's crazy. Big up Dow as well. Gifted 5 memberships out. Bless, bro. Charles, Lucas, Levi Ellis, Widja, Rob Linklater, and Gregory Wright got the memberships. So make sure you do thank him in the chat. Bless up, Dow, man. Big up to Peb as well. Spurs do the same thing with our transfers. 40 million on Gray, 40 plus on Johnson, 65 on Solanke. We have money to buy proper players and don't. Bro, do you know why? Because it's all about keeping the standards low. It's all about keeping the expectation low. Because what will happen is, if you go out there and buy world-class players, or deemed in this era world-class players, now you have to fucking deliver.
Yep.
Yeah? Because I'll tell you something right now. The money we've spent in this window totals 100 million if you include David Raya, because we've obviously got to pay for that. Right? So David Raya, Calafiori, and Moreno. Yeah, 33, 40, so 73, 80, 100 million. 100 million. Right? 100 million would have got us a proper fucking player. Would have got us a proper midfielder. Could have got us Bruno Guimaraes. Could have put him in our midfield. Problem solved in midfield. Yeah, not only that, when you deep this, right, we've let Fabio Vieira go after doing 34 mil. Fair enough, we've not played the whole 34 mil yet, but on paper, it's 34 mil. Then he thought, well, that ain't worked, so I'll go and buy 29 from Chelsea for 60 mil. That's now 94 mil. Yeah, and then that ain't worked in midfield either. So now he's gone and done 33 million or 30 million or whatever it is on Mikel Merino. And that ain't going to fucking work either. Why don't you just go and do 130 million on a fucking proper player?
Lee, he could have went and got Fofana from Monaco for 25.
So we could have gone and got Paulinho for 50 mil. This summer, we could have gone out there and got Elise, for 45, Paulinho for 50. We could have got Anderson as a proper backup centre-back. He's just gone to Fulham from Palace. He went for what, 30? 25, 30? Yes, that would have been 110 million so far. And then we go and get a striker. Yeah, that's 150 if we buy Tony for 40 million. Yeah, and then if you want another number 10, If you're not going to use Nwari, then go and get another number 10. We could have gone and got fucking James Rodriguez on loan.
I told you.
In fact, not on loan. He's a fucking freebie. He's just gone Rayo Vallecano. Yeah, I'm not saying that all of these players are world-beating players. But I'll tell you something. If we had done that as a transfer window this summer, I'll be sitting there going, wow, we're going to win the title this year.
It makes you wonder it makes you wonder, does he really want those players? Because like you said, he's gonna have to do his job. And he's finding out very quick that we don't have an adequate scout. Apparently, Kenny, we don't have an adequate scouting system because we're paying, like you said earlier, $30 million on Fabio and barely seen him.
Who's the scout that used to be a rapper, not the ex-footballer? Somebody said to me the other day, I think it was Northside. Lads, if you're in the chat, let me know. Yeah, there's a rapper, a UK rapper, I think he is. Yeah, he's a fucking scout at Arsenal. He's now a scout at Arsenal.
So that's a scout, because me and you talked about this a couple of weeks ago. We were trying to figure out
Joe Black. That's the guy. Joe Black, rapper. He's a scout at Arsenal.
He's a scout.
And listen, he's a scout at Arsenal.
A rapper. You talking like hip hop? You talking about not Wu-Tang Clan? You talking?
What type? I know the name, but what type of music does he do, guys? Yeah, this is our scout. And listen, I don't know the guy. Yeah, but what type of scout is he? Is he scouting for the first team? Yeah, is he scouting for the youngins?
Surely
for
the ground crew.
The youngsters. Sure, he's got to scout the youngsters, but even so, you would have thought like Edu. I know it's open for debate, and definitely Mikel. They'll have had discussions on how Mikel wants to play and the sort of player that Mikel needs. And surely, they're going to need this guy. All they're going to do is identify a player and look at what's available and say, are they better than what we got? The fact is, I do think that to win this league, it's going to be more goals for than goals conceded. Seriously, goals for. We can concede 25 goals and still win the league if we get maybe 95, 96 goals. I think to win this league, it's going to be I'm not talking points, I'm talking goals. I'm saying 90, 95, 96, probably 98 to definitely do it. And I do think that in order for us to do that, we are going to need like an enforcement up front. We are going to need a striker, especially on the level of what Man City have got.
Oh,
that's going to be like the equaliser. Don't get me wrong, Havertz may get you 15 goals. Saka probably would get you 18 goals, but that's still not going to be enough. Still not going to be enough. The way Man City, it's only after 2 games. You just never know what happens. Players can get injured, but with the mentality that Man City is displaying, the fact that there are more business-like about it, we can't afford any margin for error. We just can't. We can't. Next game, Brighton, bang, win. Then after that, Tottenham away, win. And then it's the big one. That's the big one. I know it's a couple of podcasts, 3 podcasts away, but that's where our mentality has to change when we go there. As much as people might think it's a point's a good thing to have. Yeah, 3 years ago, 100% of points are great. But with the Man City, going about their business, you have to strike a chord there. And then I always say, despite the fact that they fell short last season, always keep one eye open for Liverpool. Forget the fact that they got a new manager.
No, they're fucked this season. They're fucked this season.
As much as people write them off, I look at them and I think, you know what? You're still going to need to go Anfield and do something. They're the kind of team that can make or break your title, and if not, make a challenge themselves. Always have one eye open for Liverpool. I do think that when it comes to the league, obviously it's us and City, but I'm never ever going to close my eyes to Liverpool. Not because I think they're going to win it. It's because one thing is with Liverpool, it's just something about them. Something about them that they'll make a bit of noise, make it very competitive, going into April, and that's where we need to be on our hands. Liverpool home and away is still a massive game for Arsenal, but saying that and this squad that we're coming needs a bit of improvement. I'll tell you, 11 o'clock this Friday is going to be very, very important for Arsenal fans. very, very important because, it's going to be a situation where are we going to have the squad to compete with City, or we're going to just have to use their third-year experience.
Right, Kenny, we've literally got 4 days here to go and buy 4 players. Otherwise, we're fucked.
It takes 4 months to get one, so we're in trouble.
Well, this is but the thing is, I've got to ask you guys a question. As much as it's highly unlikely we get those 4 players, but we're still going to demand after this Saturday, starting from this Saturday, that the situation doesn't change. Win the league, win a trophy, or you're gone because of our third-year experience.
But that's us in this chat, and us. On
I think it's got to be the fans as well, because they can't turn a blind eye to the fact that we're in our 3rd year of competing for the title, but in our 3rd year we should have learnt something in the last two misses. Therefore, even if we don't get the player, I'm still going to demand the fact that I want us to compete all fronts. Don't care how you do it. Find a way. Find a way to compete with City. Just like Liverpool are going to have to do, because they haven't bought anyone. They're going to have to find a way as well, because this side, for me, is good enough to win good enough now to compete at all fronts, to at least win a trophy, at least win the FA Cup and the League Cup, and get into the semi-finals of the Champions League. May not be good enough to win the league, but I'm not just talking about the league. I'm talking about trophies in general. I think Arsenal fans should be talking about trophies. You're not going to get anything from when he's finishing second to Man City. All you're going to get is disappointment and frustration.
No, you're not. It's part of the process, Kenny. Yeah. Who can compete with Pep until he fucks off?
Well, Klopp did, and Conte did. Pep is not like the angel Gabriel. He's not God. He can't
three teams last season.
Last season and the season before, we should have beaten him.
Three teams last season beat Matt. Go on, Jez. Go on.
Sorry to interrupt.
That's all right. I'm going to get a beer anyway.
Don't you find this is just rinse and repeat? It's the same bullshit as we've had the last 2 years. We've been saying, we've been calling it, nothing's changed, man. And all the time, I'm sorry, all the time we've got these clowns at Arsenal Football Club with Edu, Arteta, Garlic Head, Tim Lewis. It's never going to change. Wake up, people. Wake up, smell the coffee, right? Because it is ridiculous. I honestly don't think we're going to get second. We're not going to win the league. Let's put it right. If we go into the start, if we continue right now, we've got 6 points out of 6. Brilliant. Love it. Yeah. We ain't going to sustain that. We're going to move on with a weaker bench than we had last year. Yeah. And we were lucky last season. We didn't get that many, well, apart from Timber, we didn't get that many bad injuries. They weren't out forever. That's not sustainable, because we haven't got depth and the quality. We are going to extremely overplay those players, and that's when they all are going to break down. And then we are in the crap, man. Seriously, because what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to draft in the players from the academy, players we have never heard of, never seen play, because this clown and Edu, I put most of this on Edu. I think the man is totally incompetent. He should never, ever have joined the club in his position. He didn't have this sort of job with the Brazilian FA. All he was a person that selected a squad. He wasn't a negotiator. He wasn't dealing with finances. I don't think he's got a clue. I don't think he's got a bloody clue what is going on.
There's some people praise him, though. There's some people praise him because they praise him for the fact that he was able to get Nottingham Forest to agree a fee that Arsenal accepted for Eddie Nketiah. Now, it didn't go through because Nketiah is not a pork chop. He's not going to take a wage cut for no man, not for Arsenal, especially the club that ain't playing him, they ain't doing anything for his career, probably pushing his career backwards. Rightly so, and he's got every right to say, sorry, mate, I've got a future and my future's to maintain, and also I'm probably gonna start a family, so I've got to think of my future after football. I'm not gonna just go there on pennies when I'm earning pounds with you lot. So rightly so. That's where some fans will give me credit, and some fans will give me credit for other things. The fact is, he says we're not going to be disappointed. He said that 2 weeks, about a week and a half ago. Well,
they've said that multiple times, and they rock up with fucking shit players.
Yeah, but that's the thing. In 4 days' time, we're going to be holding you to that, mate. Because at the end of the day, you need to pull your finger out, because we're not just going to accept. Oh yeah, you did really well to get like £30 million for Eddie, and did well to get Rams out of line and clear the books.
30 million.
We want players. We want players in. We don't want players coming out. You know what I mean? We don't want players leaving. We want players coming in who are going to make us better. And that's your job. And you need to.
But this is the thing. Yeah, this is the thing, though, right? Big up to Joe for that super chat as well. You're spot on, right? It's nepotism giving all these ex-players. Jack Wilshere, how the fuck's he our under 18s?
Lee, we don't give.
Mertesacker.
We
Edu. Sorry, and then Arteta. Why? Well, tell me another club that's got all this shit going on. And if they win stuff, then that's maybe because they know what they're doing. Sorry,
they don't get the players who would hold the standards high in them positions.
Yeah, Jack Wilshere, spot on. Jack Wilshere injured constantly. Yeah, what do we think of Tottenham? Shit. Yeah, well done, mate. You won a couple of FA Cups. Unlucky that you got injured all the time, but it was partly your own fault as well, mate. If you know, you know. Yeah, then we're going to sign Edu, bench player. Yeah, we signed Mertesacker, decent defender. Yeah, very decent defender. Yeah, but you wouldn't say he was an unbelievable player, especially for us. Yeah, he won us an FA Cup, well, part of a team that won us an FA Cup in that final against Chelsea, and he won previously to that as well. Yeah, but you wouldn't say, oh, fucking Per Mertesacker, what a fucking guy. Oh, what unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, then you go and get Mikel Arteta. He was a panic buy on deadline day because Cesc decided, you know what, this lot are going down the Swanee, mate. I'm going Barca. Bye. So we're going to sign him. What are we doing here? Yeah, when I look at Bayern Munich a couple of seasons ago, they had what's his name? Oh, what's the guy? It's gone. The goalkeeper, Oliver Kahn. Yeah. Legend. Yeah. Legends of their football club. Legends of German football or just world football. One of the best goalkeepers we've ever seen. Yeah, they're Karl-Heinz Rummenigge there. Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, and who was the other one? Oh, what's the other guy's name?
Yeah, he played in the Champions League runners-up team in '99. It's Hassan. I don't know. I apologise.
Sally Hamadic.
Sally Hamadic. Yeah, that's right.
But look at the difference. Look at the difference in level.
They were sacked. They weren't allowed to join the celebration.
Yeah, Oliver Kahn was banned from the game. He was banned from the game the final day of the season. And Sally Hamadic got sacked on the pitch as they were loading up to do the trophy. They sacked him on the pitch. Yeah, that's Lisa Azu as well. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. We're talking top ballers here. Ours are all rejects because it's jobs for the boys.
They sacked Nagelsmann because he, Dortmund were getting too close to him, and Dortmund took him in the title race. Although Bayern Munich won it the last day, he got sacked because, officially it was for that. But I'm sure it's because he lost a dressing room. I mean, come on, someone who's under 40 telling some of their experienced players what to do. I don't think that was going to work. I think he did a better job at Germany where he had younger players who would listen to him.
Yeah, mate, it's unbelievable. It's actually unbelievable. Yeah, and this is the thing, right? You look how quick Man United have got all of them people in their boardroom now. They went and got Barada, Wilcox, Ashworth, and Brailsford inside 3 months. And we're sitting here poncing around with fucking Lord Harris of Peckham, still fucking here.
Hey,
still here, by the way.
Hey, guys, there's a question from Issing. Issing, ISNG, says, would you take Nagelsmann at Arsenal?
No.
Jez?
Nope.
No, I wouldn't.
Matty?
Absolutely not, man.
There's two managers I'd choose right now.
Ancelotti's one of them. Go ahead, Lee. Ancelotti's one of them. Who's the other one?
Well, yeah, Ancelotti is one of them. The other one's Simeone. And actually, they'd be my top two. Yeah, but people go, oh, but what's Simeone won in the last 3 years?
Did you see him
the same as
yesterday?
your manager in 4.
Hey, did you see him yesterday against Girona? Did you see that yesterday? Okay, all right. You saw that.
Yeah, did you see Griezmann's free kick? Yeah, who takes our free kicks? Because normally they go straight into the fucking wall. His went straight in the back of the net, and he had only made 3 passes at that point, and that was about the 45th minute.
No, come on. Apparently, we've improved on our set piece taking. So that's
our set pieces. Yeah, our set pieces have got better, but direct free kicks straight in.
That's a
we haven't scored one of those in years.
Yeah, hang on it. We a couple of seasons ago. Only God was like hitting a target in scoring goals for him. What's happened to his?
That's my free right there.
What's happened to him?
I heard what you said, Kenny. Seasons ago.
When was the last time? Chat, help us out. Like Mancini, I'll take at Arsenal as well. I'll take Michel Sanchez, and people go, "Oh, but he's got smacked by Simeone yesterday." Yeah, your manager got fucking slapped up by West Ham, David Moyes last season. What are you talking about? Like, what we're doing here? It's crazy. When was the last time we scored a direct free kick straight from a free kick straight in? Yeah, nobody headering it in, nobody deflect, like just direct straight in.
Surely we've got the players to do it. I mean, God has got the technique.
We have one in Pepe. He scored a couple of good ones as well for us. Don't forget.
That's right. Yeah, Pepe. Well, that was the last time. I think early 2
was
years
that the last
ago.
time we scored a free kick, direct free kick?
Y'all taking the piss. Y'all just playing with us.
No,
they got to be playing with us. Y'all got to be joking with us. Please don't tell me that's the last time we scored a direct free kick. Please don't tell me that.
Is that serious?
21.
What month in 2021 was that? Because that could be coming up 3 years. Like literally 3 years.
Yeah.
Wow. Lee, remember I told you in the videos, in the videos of players could head, they could strike, and free kicks. It was fundamental.
Yeah, but
literally, it was fucking September, man. It's 3 fucking years next month. He's got a direct fucking free kick, bro.
In general, in defence of us, in general, how many players, right? Back in the day, maybe about in the 90s, definitely in the 80s, and the early part of this 21st century, we were seeing a lot of players who were good for dead ball situations. Who we think, you know what, if we watched every World Cup, every European Championship, and watched the Champions League, we'd be looking at players and think, yeah, what a free kick. I think it's rare nowadays for players to target from free kicks. Did you see any decent?
It is in the Premier League, in abroad. People score
free
kicks.
You watch La Liga, you see La Liga, you watch it over.
The Olympics final, Bayern put one straight in the top bins. Straight in the top bins.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's quality. We should have signed him and put him at number 10 and then put Odegaard at number 8. And he's Villarreal. Why can't we go and buy him? Go and buy him. Like, why don't we go and get fucking that Sorloth fella? Yeah, he only cost 30 million. Atleti brought him off the bench yesterday. So he's happy to sit on the fucking bench at Atleti.
I told Lee, we sat there and watched free kicks one day. We do this stuff, y'all. We watch. And I said, Lee, look at the run up. Players could just one step, bam, go. One step, bam, go. Now these guys, they do these massive long run ups. You got folks laying on the ground defending free kicks. You just got all kinds of bonker clown show stuff going on. These guys don't know fundamentals now. The fundamentals of the game is completely changed, especially in the Premier League.
When was the last time somebody actually, before all of this bullshit with these players laying down posing like they're on fucking GQ magazine? Yeah, when was the last time before that shit was a thing, did anyone score a free kick under the wall? Because it's very, very rare, mate. So whoever started that, it's now a trend. And now if they stop doing it, players will start scoring under the wall. Yeah, fucking stupid. It's brain dead. Yeah. I see free kicks in fucking La Liga all the time. All the time. Yeah, Italy all the time. Why don't anyone score a free kick in this league? Yeah, and if they do, it's few and far between.
True.
Yeah,
Sorry, guys. I'm just a lot of people are building my hopes up about Eddie. I'm hearing a lot of noise, and there's Jack, Crystal Palace, who's pulling his hair out about the thought of Eddie going to Crystal Palace. I'm hearing a lot of noise, but I can't see I can't see it. I can't see them agreeing a deal. Hope it happens. And pray it happens, but I don't know,
too.
man.
I do too, Kenny, because I'm going to
They
change his name.
lost their first two games where against West Ham and 2 London derbies, Brentford and West Ham. So
Well, apparently he rejected Nottingham Forest's pay deal because if they get relegated, he has to take 75% pay cut. Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure Palace are going to put something similar in that as well. Because if they get relegated, then that's got to be a thing as well, surely. I'm not saying they will. Yeah, but surely they'll cover themselves.
You know what? As much as I wanted to hear and talking about Crystal Palace, I know Jack's watching this. There's something about Crystal Palace, mate, that I'll be stunned if they get relegated. I can't see it happening. They've got too much quality in that team, and they got quality.
No, I don't think they will. But at the same time, they got to cover themselves, surely.
If this deal does not get done, I'm changing.
I don't see it. Sorry, Matt.
Yeah. No, it's all good, brother. If this deal does not, if this one falls through, I'm changing his name. I'm not gonna call him King of Zamunda no more. I'm not saying anything. I'm changing his name to Nino Brown because he is untouchable. Ain't nothing you can do for him. New Jack City settings play people, because this right here it really just shows how inept we are, man. The money that we've been offered, we've been offered big money for this young man, and we've turned it down. Now everybody's hoping. And see, Ornstein said, in principle, nothing finite. And what did we hear last week, Lee? Oh, it's finite. He's going far. He's terms of agreed. Then yesterday afternoon, find out he ain't going. Bro, if this man does not leave, which like Kenny said, 100 grand a week. I probably sit where I was at too for 100 grand a week. But it also shows you the ineptability of Edu and Arteta. And we told y'all this before the season started. These players on these massive wages, everybody thinks, we can get rid of them. No, it ain't gonna be that easy for these players on these massive wages just to roll out. And when you're making this kind of money compared to what everybody else making, at least showed y'all that chart a couple weeks ago what these other players were making. It's hard to move these players like this, man.
Yeah,
so,
yesterday Vegas
Jack Ramsey just messaged me on Instagram. He's convinced it's already been agreed that it's happening.
I need to see the shirt. I told y'all until I see the shirt.
I know. I'm gonna message him just now and say, Jack, I want to see.
I mean, look.
I think he will leave, but I'm not sure whether it'll be Palace. But Vegas Gunner put a comment in my chat yesterday. I took a picture of it. Right?
Go? Do you actually think he'll go?
Yeah, I think he'll be gone. Vegas put this in my chat yesterday. Edu got played by Cesc for a new deal at Red Bull. Yeah. Then he got played by Marseille to buy Wahi for cheaper. Now Forest used him to buy Jimenez for cheaper.
Yeah, you know what? I could actually. I'm telling you, man. They this Edu guy, man. I'm telling y'all, man. What did the Brazilian brother say? Good luck.
Good luck. Good luck.
He has made a complete fool of himself this summer.
Where is he starting at Palace? Because Mateta's not getting dropped. So he's going to hold bench at Palace now with Rob Holding.
Right.
He knows he's not going to get any game time. Thinking from Nketiah's point of view, right? It's quite evident he knows the club don't want him. So I think personally he should be pushing a lot harder to get out of the club. Now, whether he's holding out this continual 100 bags a week where teams can say, no, we're not paying you that. And we're not paying 30 million for you. Maybe 25 and you drop down to 80 grand a week, maybe, hypothetically. Because if he doesn't go, guys, right, what are we going to do then? We're going to shoehorn him into the team somehow? Is that what
we're going to have to use him if Jesus is injured and something happens to Havertz, who's now our main man up front, if we don't sign a striker, you're going to have to use him. Who else can play up front? Martinelli?
Mate,
it's mad, isn't it?
This is the mess. This is the mess they created, y'all. This is their doing.
It's a problem we've created, Matty. It's a problem.
This is
a problem. Because that guy, I'm sorry, he must be feeling right now. He wanted to go to Marseille. He agreed terms. We said no. Money. Wanted the money. He must be sitting there thinking, what have I got to do to get out of this club?
Jez, if he saw what I saw, I'm not to cut you off, Jez, but if he saw what I saw at Marseille yesterday, I'd be pissed off too. I'd be real mad.
Oh, did you see their fans, Matty? Did you see their fans? Yeah, cussing their brand new striker for dropping an absolute stinker on his home debut, or whatever it was. He came off the bench and scored on his actual debut, and then he played yesterday. Yeah, they absolutely fucking cussed him to pieces, mate. Yeah, absolutely gave him dog's abuse. He's just signed for him. How toxic? Give him time. He's only young. Yeah, none of that shit happens abroad, mate. It's only in England. Yeah, Real Madrid getting booed off at half time.
Am I saying Europe? Am I saying Europe?
Don't know.
I'm not sure whether they qualify. Maybe they're in the Europa League.
I think they are. I think they finished
maybe
third or fourth.
Yeah, I think they're in the Europa.
Yeah.
But either way, though, yeah, this guy's only just got to their football club. Give him time. We got told it takes 55 games before we can judge. Oh yeah, they've got Champions League. Of course it is. Yeah, we got told that it takes 55 games to judge the 29.
No wonder Eddie had the up about not going there. He's got a chance to start the Champions League.
Champions League, yeah.
But that kind of sums up how football is in this country, or just in general. You've got players like Eddie Nketiah on 100 grand a fucking week.
Yep.
19 league goals in his entire 7-year career at Arsenal.
Terrible.
That's embarrassing.
And
3 of them were against Sheffield United last season.
Him and Dad scored 53 goals in 79 games. So why everybody else gonna go try to get him? So why we in the dance? So 53 goals in 79 appearances.
Now adding Bournemouth used Arsenal and Eddie, to go and get Evan Nilsson as well. That's 4 clubs that have said they wanted Eddie, so then only go and sign another striker instead. 4 clubs. I do think he's leaving though. I think he's gone. Yeah, I don't know whether it's done right now, but I think he's off. But then what are we going to do from there? We're going to go and buy a striker? Ivan Toney ain't been in the first 2 games.
So something about the Ivan Toney thing. Just I don't know what the situation is about. What sort of money he's asking. I mean, it's lazy. I think there's been lots of lazy, assumptions made about him, that he's arrogant and he's this and that. Oh, really? Big deal. If Brentford
Ronaldo's arrogant.
Yeah, every footballer that's made it, should be arrogant. If you're a striker and you had to punch your weight, you've got to punch your weight. Especially when you went Newcastle, didn't make it at Newcastle, you had to fight for everything you got to get to Brentford and get yourself in England reckoning. You have to have that balls to make sure you fit in. If that means, and the fact is, he's done well for Brentford.
Yeah, he has. But Brentford no strikers. Ollie Watkins smashed it there.
Yeah,
even that fucking idiot, what's his name, Malpai, smashed it there.
Yeah. So that's the thing. He's well within his rights to say, you know what, I've seen the bright lights, i.e. the European Championships. I've got to a final, albeit coming from the bench, and I think right.
I think they've not put him in the squads because they don't want to get him injured. If he gets injured, then they ain't selling him, are they? So I think they've done that.
And that's the thing. As much as he's probably got a lot of time for Thomas Frank, he's probably said, look, mate, come on, I need to be playing the Champions League now. I'm coming up to about 29. I've got to be playing top-class football. No disrespect to Brentford, but you could go down any time. I need to be playing on game. He's got to be in his rights. And for other clubs, allegedly, to say, well, you know what? We don't like his character. You're having a laugh. You want a player who's going to be, who hasn't got that kind of oomph about him. To play at Man United, succeed, you've got to have that kind of arrogance. Cantona was arrogant. King's arrogant. Ince was really arrogant. But they made it because of that attitude.
Teddy Sheringham was arrogant.
Yeah, the most arrogant player. He's even the most arrogant player ever. But
most strikers are arrogant.
Yeah, and he thought he was Zico, even though he wasn't. But that mentality enabled Sheringham to go to Man United at the age of 31 and win everything, especially when all the other London clubs are hating on him when he didn't win anything in '98. That's the mentality you need to have to succeed, and that's why I don't get it.
I quite frankly think that's one of the reasons why we finished second 2 years in a row is we don't have enough personality in this team. We don't have any attitude, like real attitude in this team. We have a bunch of guys that play up to what the fans, all singing these silly songs and, all this stupid stuff, the antics or what have you. But we don't have anybody in the team that, that has something about them. I mean, we got a taste of it with Aubameyang there, but we don't have anybody that just kind of has a personality. And this is what the manager doesn't want people like that. He doesn't want anybody to have a bigger personality than him. I firmly believe that. And
yeah, that's why he's getting young players in, because they'll all say yes sir, no sir.
Would you retire that shirt? If Nketiah buggers off, would you retire the 14 shirt?
100%. He should never have got it in the first place.
It's the fact is as well, all this stuff about having, youngsters around you, like Alan Hansen said, you can't really interfere with kids. Let's not forget, he promoted the kids from the Fergie selections in '92, but in '95, '96 season, they still had Schmeichel, they still had Bruce, still had Pallister, still had Irwin, leaders. So you think about that, and then they populated young. Still had Andy Cole, who was about 25 that time. So it's not as if it was not as if they had, it was a team full of youngsters. They had experience around him. Now all of those characters I mentioned stood up to Ferguson and would have a battle with him. So it just shows you one thing: you do need characters around you, and you do need someone to go have a tug of war with you at half time, or just say to you, mate, boss, you're talking crap, shut up, blah blah, and then you shake hands and get on with it, because you need that kind of mentality. However, one thing I would say is that Benjamin White, I have to admit, I thought he was trying to do a bit of look at me, man, I'm backing my teammates when he kicked the ball at McGinn. I thought, all right, Benjamin, more the same thing. I need more of that. But I do think that there's nothing wrong with having some characters around you, especially when you need managers on the field. Because Mikel at the moment, he's very much like the guy at Thomas and the Tank Engine, only he's not fat, but he is a controller.
Kenny, I think a lot of it is down to players like that respecting this manager. I think it's down to respect. And I don't think a lot of big time players or big personality players really respect Arteta like that.
Young players do. Young players want to play.
Obviously, much as those
like, young Rice's love him because if you're an experienced player, he's not. I don't think. Well, Mikel's shown that he's not the sort of player, the sort of coach that will tolerate kind of someone who would, how to say it, have something to say for themselves.
Yeah. I think that's one of the main reasons why we're not getting like top tier talent in. I think that's one of the main reasons why, because a lot of these players that's been around the block, they ain't trying to hear none of this stupidity he talking about.
Light bulbs and fucking dogs. Say hi to win.
Pickpockets and all that stuff.
Can you imagine, signing fucking, I don't know, Roy Keane, right? And he turns up at the training ground and they say hi to win. Like, what are we doing here? I know he's got dogs in that, but fuck off, man. I'm here to win. Yeah, that dog, get rid of it, mate. I don't want that pissing on my shoes. Like, it's pathetic, bro. Yeah, this whole club, everything about it, is just weird. Like, it's weird.
It's playground.
It's too. Yeah, it is. It's too much like a creche. Yeah, they got a tree. They got a dog. A little support dog. Yeah, they've got the tree. They've probably got a sand pit somewhere in the training ground.
Probably.
Do you know what I mean? They probably serve up jelly and ice cream at half in the training sessions. Get some carrot sticks.
Hey, what's my boy that drive? What's the friend part? What's my boy that drive everybody?
Oh, the golf buggy. Yeah, the golf buggy. Yeah.
What's the one? The show, the fella that drives around the players in the car and they talk to him. What's the one?
Carpool karaoke.
Yeah, and he probably brings the orange slices for him at halftime.
Yeah, and the fresh lemon juice. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's pathetic, man. Everything about this club is too nice. Yeah, we need to start acting ruthless.
I think for some fans, beg to differ. I don't think they're talking about the situation off the pitch. They're talking on the pitch because they see, they like the fact that we've got some big boys in the side, physically imposing players, like your Salibas, your Gabriels, and everything. And yeah, they've got a point. But the thing is, we do need a caliber of player that's going to help us challenge at all front. Top player. Because at the end of the day, we're a big club. We're a big club. you know, we should be part of the conversation when these players come. It shouldn't be a situation where, oh, he's going to Man City. I mean, come on. You know, the statistics say that we're the second best team in the country, and we will be competing for the league. You know, well, we need to be getting those players now over the line who are going to help us get there. And I do think the only thing we have in our locker, apart from a very good side, is the experience of. But apart from that, quality. I don't want a situation where at the moment we're relying on our first 11. As you know, that first 11 can't always play 90 minutes in all 38 games, and probably the other 20 we need to compete at all fronts. Well, so we are going to need the squads has to be a bit thicker than it is at the moment.
You got one that can play 90 minutes, and that's a Jesus. Now, Lee, I told you in the summer. I said he had that surgery. You went right under the radar. Nobody said anything about it. Nobody talked about it. You never heard anything about it. And then as soon as he get back, hadn't even been 3 games, he's out of there again.
Yep.
Told y'all last year it's time to move him. He should have been sold this summer. We should have been trying to get him out the door.
100%.
Well, yeah, it hasn't worked out for him because simple reason is that he's now, even if he's fully fit, he's got himself in a situation where he's back up to Havertz, a top striker. And although I use the term loosely, which he's not, but a striker shouldn't be having that. I'll be kicking the door down and grips him.
Yeah, but Kenny, he's got no leg to stand on. He's openly admitted he's not good at scoring goals.
Literally.
And he's nicking a living. Because I tell you,
265 grand a week we pay him.
Go look at what we pay him.
If I was Jesus, I will never ever accept Havertz being playing the false number 9 when I was actually meant to be that missing link to help us win the league. And I'm now a backup striker after only a season. Yeah, I've had injuries, but I'll still be kicking the door down. I mean, Eddie shouldn't even accept that. Back up for Havertz.
Look at what we paid for him. Nobody looks at that number. Go look at how much we paid for a player that's habitually injured.
We've paid for them too, that are actual strikers, 110 million. We could have actually bought a proper one for that. And then we pay one of them 265 grand a week, and another one 280 grand a week, which is what, 280. That's what 546, 545, add 265, 545. Over £500,000 a week we paid to 29 and Jesus. And we paid 110 million for them.
What did I tell you about that?
We could have gone and got fucking Erling Haaland for that.
We paid them to go get Haaland. I told you we paid
less than that
to go get Haaland.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. I hope, but I do fear it's going to be a situation where it's going to be us and Man City going for the title, because as far as I'm concerned, I don't care about 115 charges. Sorry, guys, Arsenal fans who are watching this. I couldn't give a damn. All I'm interested in is what we do in the pitch. Whatever happens, I don't know anything about Man City's 115 charges. I don't even know what they've done. Any Arsenal fan who claims to know what they've done is a liar, because it isn't clear to me. And I'm not saying because it's not clear to me, it's clear to it shouldn't be clear to everyone else. But I tell you now, you ask any fan who hates Man City, Arsenal fans, Liverpool fans, especially them, and Man United fans, especially them, and ask them what is Man City meant to be guilty for, they wouldn't be able to tell you. All they'll be able to say is that they're guilty. They've been committing crimes over a 15-year period. That's all they know. I personally, as far as I'm concerned, they're going to get off. They're going to get a fine, just like they won their battles with UEFA when they tried to get. They received punitive, like I said, measures. They got lawyers in and won it. I think they're going to do it now. So I have to assume that us beating Man City has to be on the pitch. I'm not waiting for I'm not waiting for the Premier League to back us up or just punish them. I couldn't care less. I want to.
How did their charges stop us beating Fulham last season?
Yeah, what's that?
How did their charges stop us beating Fulham last season or West Ham?
Exactly.
They didn't.
Yeah, or Chelsea or Tottenham. That's what I'm saying. These man chat shit. They chat crap.
You get a date. It's got to be done on the pitch. Got to be done on the pitch. If the fact is, I call me a cynic, but I generally believe that every club has been using the same methods as Man City in order to get around the PSR. Every club is at it. Only some clubs are better at getting away with it than others.
Yeah, 100%. We are going to wrap this up, guys, because I am doing it. Calgary versus Como, FC Como watch along, and that kicks off in 13 minutes.
Was that Success's team?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to watch some Cesc.
Before I go, I wish Calgary all the best. Cesc Fabregas is not an Arsenal legend. Chelsea fans, I hope your boy has done really well, because I'll tell you one thing, right? You can have Cesc Fabregas, Chelsea fans, and hold him by the hand and take him to every one of your posh shops in West London, because I'll tell you one thing, that guy's not a legend to me, and I want Arsenal to take down, you know, the little flag with his name of it. Get him out. He's not. He's a crook, a liar, and he ain't Arsenal. He's sold us down the river. Arsenal fans, whenever you talk about the greatest ever Arsenal teams, don't include Cesc in it. And if you want me to be friends with you, please don't say it in my face. Cesc.
That's not very nice, Kenny.
You sound like Clyde.
Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying about what Cesc done to this club.
To be honest, I blame Wenger.
Yeah, but especially on the second go round. I blame Wenger on the second go round, because Wenger could have signed it, but he didn't want it.
That was the case. If you done that to us, we're doing that to you. Yeah,
but
you went and won a fucking title.
Fact is, you say that, Matty. How comes that before Arsenal were about to, like I said, renegotiate that, reenact that clause, he already agreed terms with Mourinho in Barcelona. So because
Barca wanted him out, and he didn't know that they were coming in, anyone else was coming in.
Before Arsenal allegedly going to reactivate that clause, he already agreed to join Chelsea. How does that work? How does he say that it's Arsenal's fault when you agreed to join Mourinho's Chelsea? How does that work? Please tell me how you choose Chelsea over Arsenal. You bloody liar, Cesc. Stop lying. You're a liar.
He's a crook.
Arsenal. You're never going to come back to us because you thought we were shit. Just stop lying.
Kenny's had enough of it, man. Kenny's
This is a Chelsea legend, not an Arsenal legend. Hendon Gunner's right. He knew he'd win things at Chelsea. Just say, I wanted to go to Chelsea because they were competing for the European Cup and they're competing for the league.
And Wenger was finished.
Trophies. And I respect him more.
I just blame Wenger in general, because that whole incident where he fucked off the Silverstone Grand Prix, Wenger fucks up, and let's not go there. I'll be late for the watch along.
You start talking about water slides in the summer.
You know what I'm saying, man? Fuck it, though. It's crazy.
All these Chelsea fans saying London is blue. Go on, you. Let
us know when you overtake us on total trophies. Yeah, stick that in your pipes, you scumbags. Big up to everyone locked in. Smash these likes up there. We're going to redirect to my watch along. I don't think Conceição's in the Juve squad tonight. He's only passed his medical today, so I'm going to do Villarreal Celta Vigo.
What a move!
That's He's quality. He's quality. Big up to Tribute Gamer. What type of goalkeeper we getting with Mardmash-Vili? One that's massively overrated, mate. Massively overrated, because he's got a couple of Villies and a couple of fucking A's in his name. Everyone's sucking him off, bruv. Yeah, go and have a look at his performance at the weekend. Go and have a look at his performances last season. Yeah, and if you think that's your Alisson replacement, oh lordy, he's a good goalkeeper, but he ain't nowhere near the level, mate. If you want to carry on winning stuff,
hey fellas,
he ain't nowhere near good enough. He's good. He's a good shot stopper, but that's his job.
Yep.
But this is where football's gone. It's not about shot stopping anymore, and he's shit with his feet.
Is what I think this week. This week is the Champions League draw this week.
Yeah. 20 Wednesday. Is it Thursday?
Whoo! Yeah, we put it.
Oh, bring on Madrid! Bring on Madrid! Yeah, these top gooners need a humbling, mate.
Ooh, we gonna find out some doom this week, buddy.
What time is it, guys? What time on Thursday? If I ain't got a show with anyone. Although actually, that might be when I do the show with Northside. Said and
I
Flawless.
think it's what 12. Well, no, what is it?
Mm.
5 p.m. UK. I think it's 5 UK.
Yes, that'd be 1 o'clock my time. Yeah, that's when I do the show with them. So
Yeah.
we could do the live Champions League draw. Come on. If it is that time. But yeah, listen, bless up to Octavian as well. Why is Righty not calling out the club bullshit? Because he's been dropped from the merch, mate. He's been dropped from the merch. So he's licking his wounds at the minute. Obviously, Paddy Vieira did the last one. But but he doesn't want to upset the rock the boat and that, because just in case they bring him back in. Yeah, just in case they bring him back in. Man said 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Jez, love always, mate. What you got coming up? Link in the pinned comments, guys.
Yeah, I might do a show later tonight. I've just been thinking of a good title. It's going to be called the Nketiah question. You know, like you know, you have all them sort of titles in politics, but yeah. I'm aiming doing streams every day. I did last week. Of course, Wednesday night is the weekly chat show with Kenny. So if you're around, Lee or Matty, if you're around, 6
What
o'clock.
time? What day?
Wednesday.
Oh, hold on. Bear with me. The draw's at 5 p.m. UK time. The Champions League draw, 5 p.m. UK.
What, Wednesday?
Which is a random fucking time to have a Thursday, the Champions League draw. That's a random time to have a Champions League draw, 5 p.m. UK time.
What, Wednesday? Thursday? Wednesday.
Thursday, yeah. Right, Wednesday. What am I doing Wednesday? What time, Jez?
6-ish.
Oh, yeah, I'll be doing a watch-along for Athletic Bilbao versus Valencia at 7. So yeah, I can jump on that. And then Atleti versus Espanyol after. Yeah, I can jump on. I'll have about an hour.
I'll be
taking
my...
do an hour anyway. Only do an hour. Yeah, so that's tomorrow night. I don't know what I'm going to create something. As we
just make a story up, Jez. It works for everyone else. Yeah, find some Twitter account that said we're linked to fucking some player that nobody's ever heard of.
Look,
and say, "Wow."
Yeah.
Pinned comment, guys. Pinned comment is Jez's channel. Matty's channel as well. What you got coming up, Matty? Bless, bro.
Enjoy the last few days here with wifey before she heads back, and after that, man, it is full throttle Arsenal. And Jez, I'll be back with you on Wednesday next week, and we'll be ready to roll, brother. We will be ready to roll.
Excellent, man. Excellent. And by the way, I'm touching 6K. I'm touching it. It's there.
How close?
Let's get him up. Let's get Chiz up 6K.
110 after last night. Went up 8 subs last night, and it's like,
come on. If you ain't subbed to Jez, it's pinned comment.
Yeah, no worry, Jez. You after this transfer window Friday night, you'll get it.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Big up to Kenny. Love, mate. Kenny's Instagram's in that pinned comment as well. What you got coming up this week, mate?
Well, I'll tell you one thing I won't be doing is watching the tennis, the US Open. Sorry, tennis fans, I can't do it. I could struggle with Wimbledon, but that's what I won't be doing. But what I'm going to be doing
is the same guy who watches fucking Test cricket.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
That's
Test cricket. Cricket is a very beautiful game. All right, it can be at times if one opposition's really bad, like the West Indies are at the moment, and Sri Lanka. But apart from that, it's a good thing. But tomorrow I'm with Dan at 9 o'clock. On Wednesday I'm with Jez. On Friday I'm with Chris Callin. We're going to do our weekend predictions. Chris Callin, the Spurs channel. He's
Spursy.
Spurs guy. Really, really good guy. And he there's no clickbait on his Spurs channel. It's all about Tottenham and more Tottenham. And he genuinely goes all over the country, watch Tottenham, home and away. So he's a great guy. And I've got a lot of time for him. Although I've got one bit of...
He must be bored if he's going to watch Tottenham every weekend.
Hey, he's Tottenham through.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I don't. If you're going up and down the country to watch them every week, mate, no, come on.
No, you know, but yeah, I think he's genuine. He's a big guy anyway. He has me on, so of course he's great.
No, make sure you sub to his channel as well.
It's going to be on on Friday. It's going to be at 6 o'clock on Chris Callin's show. We're going to be doing a Premiership prediction, so everyone go and watch that. with myself and Chris. There's some big games over the weekend. Tottenham have got Newcastle away. Arsenal got Brighton at home. Liverpool got Man United. Big game at Old Trafford. And Man City have got West Ham. Big games. Tell us your predictions, and I'll tell you mine on Friday.
Fair play.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's going to redirect to my second channel, FC Como, Cesc Fabregas. Everyone's been hyping it up, so let's see what it's all about, isn't it? Let's see what it's all about. Cesc ball, because no doubt when Arteta fucks off, this will be our next manager. Could you imagine the riots? Could you imagine? Can it be outside the stadium ready to kick off?
No, I won't allow that. No. I'll put a stop to that. Go Chelsea. They need a manager.
That crook.
Yeah, crook.
Go Chelsea. And anyway, his missus. The
Well, I think he still has a house directly opposite Stamford Bridge.
Exactly. The ex Mrs. Seaman can always go and shop in her favourite shop. Retail places in the King's Road or Earl's Court, or even she can even go like to she can even go to the shopping centre in Shepherd's Bush. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter as long as they're not coming our in. No, mate. Enough of Fabregases. Enough of you guys.
And on that bombshell, bless up to everyone who's locked in. Spam the chat. Spam the like button. Make sure you follow all three of the lads. Good show as always. And let's go and see what this Serie A game's like, because the last 3 games I've watched in this league have been shocking. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, bless up to everyone, and we're out. Edu out. Arteta out.
Nketiah out.